Cornerstones event dropped in NHL 25, and in this video, we are going to break down everything that you need to know, the new MSPs, how the event works, all the event items, and how you obtain these cards. Let's get into it. Our Week 1 Master Set player items from the Cornerstones event features 92 overall Roberto Luongo, Brent Seabrook, Wade Redden, Mario Lemieux, and Rick Nash. So it does look like this is going to play a lot like the Gallery of Greats event, where we are going to get an event that features all alumni. Now, there is also 93 versions of each of these cards. More on that in just a little bit. Taking a look at the 92 overall variants, starting first with the 92 Mario Lemieux at 6'4", 230. He's got Sniper Forward, Defensive Boost, and Deking Boost with Gold Unstoppable Force, Close Quarters, and Born Leader. Now, one of the things that we were all waiting to see how they would play after the Warp Speed event was, would they get free abilities? The answer is no, and obviously, because the Warp Speed event had 99 skating, obviously it's pretty lackluster in comparison to that event. 93 speed, excel, and agility across the board. High 90s, almost maxed out shooting. His hand stats are all essentially 99. And he does come with 97 face-off, so this is a very good centerman card, but obviously due to the 99 skating from the last event, this is pretty tough. Next, we've got the 92 Roberto Luongo, 6'3", comes with Deking Boost, Acceleration Boost, and Speed Boost, and he has 98 speed, so could be a very good goaltender for you. Again, I've talked about this a lot when there's Master Set player items for goaltenders. Usually that is for the Hut Whales or the extremely Hut Rich. However, if you want a Roberto Luongo, you've got a good Master Set player item for him. Following him is the 92 Rick Nash, 6'4", 211. Always a very good Hut card. He comes with Sniper Forward, Power Shooting Boost, and Deking Boost, as well as Born Leader, Back At Ya, and Gold Unstoppable Force. 94 Speed, Excel, and Agility, 98 Balance, high 90s shooting, high 90s hand stats, is a pure left-handed winger, but given his size, still a very good card. Wade Redden from the Ottawa Senators. Low-key love this card. It was always fun watching him and the Ottawa Senators battle it out against the Leafs in the early 2000s. He's got two-way defenseman checking boost, pinpoint shooting boost to go with gold stick 'em up, truculence, and quick pick. Absolutely phenomenal combination of abilities. 95 speed, excel, 91 agility, so not 99 skater, but still very, very good. He also comes with 95 body checking, 95 defensive awareness, and 99 stick checking. So all in all, a very good left-handed defenseman. And then lastly, we've got the 92 Brent Seabrook, 6'3", 220, two-way defenseman, defensive boost, and power shooting boost, gold truculence, thunderclap, and quick pick, 94 speed, 93 excel, so gives up a little bit of skating for 98 body checking, 98 defensive awareness, and 98 stick checking. Now, to make these 92 overall Cornerstone cards, we do need to talk about that real quick before we get into the 93 versions. It is exactly the same as the Warp Speed event. It will require 3 event items that are 89 overall and above, as well as just 2 89 overall items from any event. That will get you the 92 overall version. However, if you scroll all the way to the right in the Cornerstone sets, you will see a 93 overall Hut Cornerstones player item. This set requires 2 92 overall Hut Cornerstone players, and this will then give you a choice pack for one of the 93 overalls that you can select. So an extremely expensive card, trading in 2 92 overalls, which essentially are the Master Set player items, and that will allow you to get a choice for a 93. But again, the cost is very high when you consider that it's 2 92 overall event items. However, the 93 overall items are extremely good. They were what I expected to see from a Master Set item after the Warp Speed event. Mario Lemieux, for example, with Sniper Forward, Defensive Boost, and Deking Boost activated, 94 Speed, Excel, and Agility, 99 Balance. His shot is almost maxed out, as are his hand stats, 99 face-offs, and then you see Gold Unstoppable Force, Close Quarters, and Born Leader, all free abilities on the 93 overall version. So everything goes up +1, and they get the free abilities. So this is kind of what I expected, but the cost of 2 92 overalls really crushes the value of these because they are just so expensive to go out and get, especially when you consider that the Warp Speed event, all of the 92s were just so sought after because they had 99 skating, which is why I've recommended to make as many as you could when that event was going on. Going through the other 93 overall versions, you've got the 93 Roberto Luongo, who eventually then comes with 99 speed, as well as gold no timer, light work, and post to post. Again, would only recommend goaltenders for the Hut Whales or theme team players. This could be a fantastic goalie item though. Rick Nash at 93 is really interesting. 95 speed, excel, and agility, 99 balance, Again, with all of his synergies activated, his shot is almost maxed out, and he's got free unstoppable force, back at ya, and born leader. Wade Redden as well becomes very interesting. 96 speed and excel, only 93 agility. However, with those 3 abilities that are all activated for no cost, he also has 97 body checking and 97 defensive awareness. One of the better left-handed defensemen, and I know that the Warp Speed event offered 2 left-handed defensemen that were 99 skating. 96 isn't the biggest drop-off, especially when you consider that the combo of abilities is very good defensively. And then lastly, we've got the 93 Brent Seabrook, 95 speed, 94 excel, and 92 agility. He is going to be noticeably slower than the 99 skaters, but again, he does come with free gold truculence, thunderclap, and quick pick, as well as 99 body checking, defensive awareness, and stick checking. Now, our cornerstone event items are highlighted by the 91 Brendan Shanahan and Daniel Alfredson. So again, some Powerup icon implications here, specifically with the Danny Alfredson. Now, the event, Daniel Alfredson at 91 overall, comes with playmaking forward and defensive boost, as well as Gold-born leader and make it snappy. These are not free zone abilities, so there is a cost to them. He's got 93 speed and excel, can get up to 94 agility, is a pure right-handed winger with a mediocre shot, decent hand stats. Again, probably a theme team item or a card that you would use for objectives or to trade in. Brendan Shanahan at 91 overall comes with power forward and checking boost, as well as gold close quarters and unstoppable force. At 6'3", 220, always great size, is a right-handed winger, 93 speed, 94 excel, and 92 agility. Again, the event items are just pretty lackluster in comparison to the Warp Speed event, just because speed kills in this game, and that event offered just, even the event items, just a ton of great quick skaters. Now, Brendan Shanahan has a pretty good shot in the mid-90s, same with his hand stats, as well as that really high body checking up at 96. We've got the 90 overall Billy Smith, the definition of a theme team item. Again, anyone that is under 6'2", always going to struggle in net for your team. Dave Anderchuk at 90 overall, 6'4", 225, sniper forward, defensive boost, born leader, and unstoppable force. 92 speed and excel, 94 shooting, a pure right-handed winger. Even at 90 overall, this is a card that I would just use for the event to trade in. The 89 Yari Curry, a sniper forward and checking boost, gold close quarters, and no contest. 91 speed and excel, 95 agility, with mid-90s shot and good deking up at 95, is a pure right-handed winger. Bobby Clark as well at 89 overall, 5'10", 185. He's got two-way forward as well as defensive boost, gold unstoppable force, and silver shutdown, which is always interesting on a forward. Decent face-offs at 92, but not great. 92 speed and excel, going to feel a little sluggish. Johnny Busick at 6', 215, sniper forward, defensive boost, gold schnipe, and no contest. 91 speed and excel, 90 agility. Definitely a event item for objectives. Tony Esposito at 88 overall, the 5'11", 185 goaltender, comes with defensive boost and checking boost, 90 speed and light work. Again, a pure theme team item. Our next 88 is Frank Mahovlich at 5'10", 205, two-way forward, defensive boost, gold unstoppable force, 90 speed and excel, 88 agility, 85 face-offs. So again, pure winger. Does have 97 offensive awareness, which is quite high considering he's 88 overall. And then our 87 overall event items. We'll start first with the 87 Adam Graves, 6', 205, power forward, checking boost, gold crease crasher, 90 speed and excel with 91 agility. And then again, everything in the mid-80s. Henry Richard from the Montreal Canadiens, playmaking forward, defensive boost, gold-born leader. Does come with 91 speed and excel, so a little bit quicker for the 87 overalls and 90 faceoffs. And lastly, we've got the 87 Bob Nystrom, 6'2", 200, playmaking forward, defensive boost, gold close quarters, and essentially 90 skating and shot across the board. One more 87, the Chris Phillips, 6'3", 220, with defensive defenseman, defensive boost, gold shutdown, 90 speed and excel, 96 defensive awareness and stick checking, as well as 92 body checking. This is actually a half-decent usable left-handed defenseman, especially for anyone that is just starting out in HUT. Now, taking a look at the sets in depth from the Cornerstone event, essentially the pathing is the exact same as Warp Speed. So you trade in 385 and above overall items. That will give you an 87 overall Cornerstone player item. And again, then you use the 87 overall HUT Cornerstone item. 3 of them will give you an 89 HUT Cornerstone player item. And then you need 3 of those to make a Master Set item, as well as 2 more just base 89 overall and above items. So again, still very similar to what you saw in the prior event. Now on to the collectible sets. You've got the 91 overall Hut Cornerstone player. This is account bound. So if you specifically wanted one of the 91 overall items, you could shoot your shot on this for 30 collectibles and see if you could get that card. Again, account bound means you can't use it in sets, so wouldn't recommend it. Our next is an 89 overall Hut Cornerstone player. If you really wanted a master set player item from this event, especially a 93, definitely recommend doing this because you are going to need an awful lot of 89 overall event items. Again, because you will need to make two 92 overalls, which is two master set items, to get the 93s. You've got the 87 and above. This is tradable. Given the state of the market, wouldn't recommend doing this. 87 and 88 overall items are just going for just dirt cheap, essentially the same as an 85 overall item. And then you've got the 4x86 and above. These are untradeable for 40. The classic 4x79 that everyone loves, and to be honest, given the state of this event, I know a lot of people won't be all that interested. This is probably an event where you just really want to just spam this set, because if you pull something that is 89 and above for future events, that might help. Moving on to the 3x84 and above player set, wouldn't recommend this because if you don't pull an 85, that is pretty useless to you. And then finally, we've got an 89 or 84 overall player pack. Again, kind of interesting because if you do 3 of these, totaling 30 collectibles, right? And as long as you get one, then you have essentially made up your, commitment that you would get to this 89 overall, but you also have a shot at getting multiple, so kind of interesting there. So maybe you do it once, and it's like if you get an 89, then maybe that dictates if you're going to make a master set player item or not, but again, just something to keep in mind. Now, the rough part here I do want to mention is that to make the 93 overall Hut Cornerstone player items, this set right here, which is already extremely expensive, you only have a week to do it, which I have a feeling that they're going to change. The feedback on this event is probably going to come in quite hot due to, obviously, the cost, but again, you essentially have to burn your entire collection because you aren't going to be able to take 2 weeks of earning 89 overall items to make multiple master set items. So if you wanted a 93 Rick Nash, for example, you're going to have to burn everything because you only have 6 days to make that set. I would assume that this gets changed. If it doesn't, that's a pretty big miss in my opinion. Now, we did get Hut Cornerstone's objectives, obviously. Pretty rough change in here as well. So this works much like it has in the past events. However, after you get down to the complete 25 games, again, that is, how it's been for all of the other events, that totals 14 Cornerstone collectibles. Obviously, you need 30 to make an 89, which is kind of what you're looking for, right? The problem is that after that, you've got to get 75 hits with the 92 Wade Redden, the master set item. That gives you 4. On top of that, you need 35 perfect one-timers with Brent Seabrook for another 4. 25 goals with the 92 Rick Nash. And then lastly, 25 goals with the 92 Mario Lemieux. You have to complete 4 of the master set items to complete those objectives, which then nets you 10 Hut Cornerstone collectibles. That has essentially wiped out the free 89 that we would receive in the Warp Speed event or the prior events. So that just is one less avenue to make a master set item, which is a pretty rough change. I can see what they're trying to do here. I think that something, maybe a different route they could have gone is maybe make the 92 overall master set items require a token to upgrade, and then it's like score 50 goals or whatever with one of these 92 overall specific master set items, and then get that token, and then that turns into the 93. Because the cost and everything like that, including these objectives, it just doesn't hit. They're trying something new, and obviously it just needs to be adjusted a little bit, I think. I would assume that this gets changed for week 2. I don't know how anyone's going to complete this. It's either a massive pay-to-win kind of situation, which, as we joke a lot that the game is pay-to-win, but this specifically for objectives has never been anything like this. Now, you also have your Hut moments that you can complete, just like always, and in the Hut moments, you've got 5 here. Something to note is that you can make a free 89 overall event item when you complete all 10 of the moments. So you'll get 2 83 overall players, which are nothing, but 2 85s. Again, you need 3 to make an 87. You get an 87 for completing the last one. So when the next set of master set items come out, it basically doubles this, meaning that you get another 85 item that can make another 87. That's 2 in total. And then the final objective on the next release will give you another 87, meaning you get 3 87s, which is a free 89. So that's decent value for the HUT moments. And then into Wildcard, which again is just collectibles for the rewards. If you complete all 12 tiers, you will get 30 collectibles. So again, that is enough to make an 89, which can help reduce the cost, especially if you do it both weeks. But again, you're essentially going to need 10 89 overall items. It's just going to be very difficult to do, especially because you essentially can't do it in week 1 because of that set timer only being a week. Now, also something of note is you can get a 92 overall for 315,000 coins, because in the store, there is an exclusive pack for 315,000 coins. You can get the 92 Peter Forsberg. And that 92 Peter Forsberg at 6'1", sniper forward, pinpoint shooting boost, playmaking boost, 94 speed and excel, 96 agility, 99 balance, high 90 shooting, mid-90s hand stats, 95 face-offs, which is quite good. Comes with unstoppable force, edges, and back atches, so some pretty good abilities as well. Don't think he's worth 300,000 coins, again, specifically because the Warp Speed event was just so good, and you have to consider that Team of the Season is probably the next event. And then lastly, I do want to take a look at some of the Powerup icons that did get upgraded. So Daniel Alfredson at 91 overall. Again, much like has been the issue with Powerup icons, is that usually the event item is just so far and away better because the skating on the Powerup icons is only going up by 0.5. So at 91 overall, he's got 91 speed and excel. Does have Freeborn Leader and Puck on a string, but obviously pretty underwhelming. Mario Lemieux at 93 overall, again, in comparison, is just nowhere close to his Master Set player item. 91 speed, 92 excel, does have max agility and shooting, so it's not like it's a bad card. And then he does have unstoppable force, make it snappy, and ankle breaker, maxed out hand stats. This is a great card, but again, it's just kind of focusing on the skating. Roberto Luongo at 93 only has 92 speed, when his Master Set item at 93 has 99. So again, kind of a tough look there. So that'll do it for week 1 of the Cornerstones event. Obviously, this was going to be a very tough event simply because of the timing. Much like earlier on in the year when they had the Gallery of Greats event, which was fantastic, the next event that followed, the HUT 2000s, was kind of dead on arrival because we knew that Team of the Year was coming. Much like this event right now, followed Warp Speed. The next event is more than likely going to be Team of the Season. I don't know how they would make it even another event beforehand, so that means that Team of the Season is next, so the event prior has to be absolutely out of control to force us to actually want to make any of these players outside of being team players, obviously. But I think, again, moving the Cornerstones player or event in front of the Warp Speed event would have done that. 3 good events in a row, but again, something that they're just going to have to see if they can't adjust going forward. So thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.